Kia ora.
G'day.
Welcome to Cup of Tea and Yarn.
Yep.
In person.
I think the last time we did in person was...
Hamilton Gardens.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
A while ago.
A long time ago.
January.
Yes.
Yeah.
Been a while.
I'm Kylie, Crafty Mama, on Instagram and Ravelry.
I'm Jill, Tea and Yarn on Instagram and Ravelry. Actually really weird. It's a bit weird.
Yeah. We're not used to this whole interacting in-person business.
I know. I'm usually talking to you this way. I talked to you there, but now you're here.
Oh dear. And it was a logistical masterpiece getting us together.
Yeah,
we are
totally.
both very busy people. So we had to beg, borrow and steal a little bit
We did.
on my husband's time.
Yes.
He's a good man. Yeah. How have you been?
Good. Mostly good. But tired. I've just arrived, so the drive is always tiring. And then I've got, I've got a very long week of work, which is good. I already know it's going to be tiring, so I feel tired before it happens.
You feel tired just thinking about it?
I had to try and get out of it.
Yeah. Did you?
See if anyone else wanted to do it, but unfortunately not.
No takers?
No,
Dang
no. But this might be my last shift, so that's quite good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, I've been a bit under the weather. I've had not COVID and then tonsillitis and then a little bit more tonsillitis. So I'm on some antibiotics now.
That's good.
But yeah, just busy and sick. Yeah, I felt terrible messaging my boss again last night saying, I'm going to have to work from home again because I actually had to go and get the antibiotics from my pharmacy today and get them into me. So I'm actually already feeling a little bit better.
It's amazing how quick they work, eh?
Yeah, and I've had, drugs too, so
Feel good.
that helps. Yeah.
You're just chilling.
Yeah. But I mean, one of the reasons, for the logistical masterpiece was my son his birthday was in September and he was meant to have a party at the trampoline place, Jump. And so I just organised with two of his mates to have this afternoon there. And then one of them messages me today, one of the mums messages me and says, I'm really sorry. He's got just diagnosed with COVID. So in the end, it was only one of his mates and my daughter ended up bringing a friend into it at the very last minute. And they've had a good time, but yes. We have a little furry friend here.
Trusting to be part of
yeah,
the
she is.
conversation.
Look, I'm just going to pick her up. Get it out of the way. Come here, Sammy. No, she's been a pain.
Oh no,
Sammy,
she
come
goes.
here.
She wanted to sneeze.
Bless you. Come here. And that way. I'll give her a hug. Ooh. She's fine. She's all caught. This is Sammy. Oh, we've got needles going everywhere.
I don't know where that
I wouldn't worry about it, Jill. It's over here. This is Sammy. She's just had dinner, so she wants to say hello. And she's only just met Jill, so she's very excited to meet someone new.
She's very friendly.
Yeah, she's way too friendly. Hop in your bed. There you go. Good girl. In your bed. Good girl. She's actually pretty compliant.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's
What's attention?
she thinks she's a people. So she'll probably just get in the way. If the phone suddenly goes, it's because Sammy's knocked it.
Yeah.
Sammy? No. Anyway. Sammy, not everyone loves you.
Leave me alone. It's like, so I'm not very good with animals and children.
Yep.
And I think because of that, they like me.
They gravitate towards you.
Yeah. Which
They need to be the person
all
that turns
freak
you.
out.
Yeah. Oh dear. So yes, she'll just tiptoe around. So if you hear little tiptoeing, that's what's going on there. What are you knitting? Let's talk about knitting. That's what we're here for.
I'm knitting quite a bit of new stuff.
Oh, nice.
Right. Let's start with my big project.
Do it.
I started the wreaths, which is Stephen West. jersey.
Oh, it's beautiful. Is this with your hand spun?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, has it come off?
No, it hasn't. So yeah, I'm doing the wreath with my hand spun.
That's beautiful.
Good.
Is it 100% your hand spun?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So this one and this one, it's all Heavenly Wools. So the Hakanui and Hakanui silk. And then as it goes up for the colours, I've got some more of my hand spun to put into it.
I love that.
Yeah, and some more of my hand spun to put into it. Yeah. So that's what the colours are going to be.
Look at this pink. Wow. Look at that. Nice balls, Jill.
Thanks.
Oh, I love this one.
Oh yeah, there's a bit of that one left as well.
Look at that.
So I've just got
Is that
bits
some of Lynn's?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, it's Lynn's colours.
So I've just got my bits of hand spun because I'm not quite sure how much it's going to need. So I'm going to do this. I think it goes to here.
Yep.
And then you change and you do some colour work stuff up here.
Yep.
I'm hoping to have enough to do the sleeves the same. I think I will.
So it's going to be a long sleeve jumper?
Yeah.
And what sort of weight? Oh, your hand spun's about sport, isn't it?
Yeah, sport to DK.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's for a DK, the pattern's DK. But like some of it is, I think that one's kind of DK.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
I am using the right size needles. I'm not using the right number of stitches.
Okay.
So I'm doing the small minus quite a few. So I read a lot of the projects, and a lot of the ladies had said that the small man, because I think it's like it is a.
It's his patterns are unisex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although the small is quite large.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'd say the small would be a large.
Yes, a large
normally.
ladies. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm doing the small bit minus a few.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it'll work out because basically you just stop and do some arms, really.
Yeah, yeah. So that's interesting. So it's bottom up, not top down.
Yeah.
And you've done a lovely folded edge. Oh, this folded edge is a thing of beauty, guys. Have a look.
I was like, oh my god, what is this I'm doing?
Oh, it's the first one you've done.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't understand what
It's
it
a really
was.
neat way to do it, isn't it?
Yeah, and a way to not have rib.
Yes.
So just like.
I quite like a folded hem.
Yeah, I'm feeling like it's quite a cool thing to do. And I felt like who does like.
It's actually a really nice way to use up some leftovers too, some coordinating leftovers. You start it and knit down to like a row before your pearls, and then you start your pearls
with the other
with your main colour, and it's then you've got that little pop.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like having a patterned pocket lining or something.
Like your buyer's binding.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my main thing. It takes forever because it's lots of slip stitches. So it's taking quite a long time. But I'm not in a hurry.
That's good. You can't be in a hurry with knitting, let's be honest.
No. I am in a hurry to make a couple of pair of socks at the moment. Just round ones. I've done one.
Yep.
Just because they're gifts, which I'd like to give next week.
Right.
Yes.
And are you nearly there?
I'm nearly to the heel.
Did you bring them?
No, they're in the car.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
They're just boring.
Just boring.
Round and round.
Round and round and round. I've got no round and round and round stuff at the moment. I've been doing the Sock Madness competition, which is international competition with there's about 2,000 people, I think.
Wow.
Maybe.
How many did you last through last year?
Last year I made it to round 2, and in round 2 I made a massive mistake, and I didn't realise until I'd finished the first sock, which was sort of halfway through, and I actually tinked it back, but it was like major patterning and stuff, and I tinked it back and tried to pick up and fix it, and it was just
too hard. And
I've actually just recently torn that whole thing out because I had a sock sitting there for a little bit of time. I'm just trying to get to the middle of this so that I can put it on the sock blocker. But oh, would you like to hold up my first pair that I've finished?
You finished these ones?
Yes, this is the first pair for Sock Madness. I'm trying to think of the names. It's some... No, the names escape me. I will put it in the
later.
comments. But yeah, it's quite cool. I did fraternal, a fraternal pair. So I had the main colour as the blue for this one and the main colour as the green for this one. But the yarn is...
I was thinking about that. These are the ones you've made for your son.
Oh,
hopefully
yes.
that he will grow out of and then you can have them.
That's right.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they're a bit small.
Oh, so you have to have them straight
really
away.
Tight. No, they're too small for me too. They're too tight across the
the
just
the
getting it
pattern.
over your heel.
Yeah.
It's too tight. So I can like persist with them and put them on. My son, like, there's no way, because he's a man and anyway, he's a little man. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them with me when I travel over to Australia, and I'm hoping to find a relative who they fit.
Them.
Yes.
Slender ankles.
Yeah, I have someone in mind already. My sister-in-law. I'm hoping they'll fit her.
I interrupted you while you were talking about the yarn.
So the yarn is Outlaw Outlaw Sock. Sock Bandit. That's what it is. Yep. And just in the solid colours. And it pretty much used 150-gram ball of each.
Wow.
So quite an economical sock, really. There was a lot of work.
It's very pretty though.
Yeah, really pretty. And I really want to make another pair of just that pattern.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so I will do that. I've got enough left to do that for my son. Yeah, so that was the first pair. That was the qualifying pair. So this next pair, I'll give you one and I'll put this one on. I am on the foot of this one, of my second sock.
And how long have you got to finish?
I've got until like midnight Friday night, so
yeah.
I've got loads of time. But again, it's a knockout competition. So this one, isn't that gorgeous?
Really pretty.
Yeah. So it's got beading, and it's basically just.
Oh, is that what I heard?
Yeah, that's the clinky. It's just a bit of lace work, bit of not slip stitches. It's got slip stitches. Hang on, Siri's going to talk to me. Oh no, now she's going to talk again because I said her name. I really like the heel.
Yes.
The heel flap is so pretty. That slip stitch heel is really nice. I did my trick where I take it from the middle of the ball. So it's a Zauber ball. Oops. It's a Zauber ball, crazy Zauber ball. And I did my trick where I take it from the middle of the ball for the heels.
So you can carry on with the
so
pattern.
that I don't get any pattern disruption. What else to say about it?
It's like
Twisted
little
rib.
leaves.
Yeah, they're like little leaves.
They're really pretty.
Really, really pretty. And these do fit me. And they're going to be mine. Now, this yarn I actually won last year from the Lupine Socktober.
I was saying to you before about how soft it is.
It's really soft.
I've knit socks with Zauber balls as well, but they have felt a little bit rough. But this feels really, really soft.
They do soften up though. Have you worn them?
Oh, they've been gifts.
They've been gifts.
Yeah.
So I've got a pair.
Here's a pair of hard socks.
Yeah. No, I've got a couple of pairs of Zauber ball crazy socks I've knitted, and they really do soften up over time. So
I have got some left. I've got quite a few balls at home, so I might give it another go.
Yeah, give it a go and actually do wash it and wear it. So a new technique I learned in this one is this the black here, this contrasting thread I've put down there. They're not going to be there when I'm finished. That's called a counting row, a counting thread. Yeah, and I've literally just woven it in and out every 5 rows. And the idea is that because it's a competition, there are moderators who look at them. I have to take certain photos and stuff to prove that I've done it. And that makes it easier for them to check I've done the right number of rows.
Oh, wow. Because do people, like, cheat and do tiny ones and then just make it big.
I don't think people do it on purpose. I don't, in the spirit of the competition, I would like to think that people don't do it on purpose. Yeah. They're very clear about the instructions, and they're actually very good about, last year there was one with, I will show you something I've done on this pair. So with these cabling, you actually have to like have it perfectly cabled, and they look at them and they will tell you that's done wrong, you need to fix it, and you have to duplicate stitch over it. So there's actually,
so I'm never gonna do this.
Yeah, so I've actually done some duplicate stitching over there because I knew straight away it was wrong and I fixed it myself. But last year I did have them, I had to do that after I'd submitted it, they told me. So
it's quite intense.
So it's about speed and accuracy. So it's not just whip out a pair of socks in 2 weeks. It's whip out a very nice fancy pair, and it has to be exactly as they say. And I guess that's about leveling the playing field, which is good, really.
Yeah.
Makes it a very fair competition.
Yeah, I would never do it.
Yep.
I'm way too slapdash. It's like, and I can't be bothered with the whole changing things again.
And normally I wouldn't worry about that if it was just for me, or even if it was a gift, I wouldn't worry too much.
Because your socks are so far away, nobody can see them.
Exactly.
No one's going to look at them. Oh, look at that cable.
Yeah, yeah. But I appreciate the challenge, so, you know, I'm a sucker for a challenge. Now, Sammy, where did that needle go? Lost it.
It's around somewhere.
Oh, no, I picked it up.
Yeah.
Silly me.
I'm doing socks too.
Oh.
Another pair. So I'm doing that pair that's in the car. But I'm also doing another pair that is a bit more interesting. I'm using some
King Cole.
King Cole zigzag.
It's really cool colours.
Passion flower, it's called.
I'm just gonna let the dog out, everybody.
Okay. Whilst you're doing that, I shall talk about I'm making heel toe do-si-do.
Heel toe do-si-do.
Which is a crazy sock lady pattern. I'm making that one because I really like this yarn. I wasn't quite sure what it's going to look like, so I looked on Ravelry and saw what people had made from it.
And someone had made this,
yeah.
They? May I have a look?
Oh, yes. The other side's got the pattern on.
I love a good chevron. But it's all about me, Jill.
And it's quite, I like it because it's just on one side.
Yep.
I've got that far and I haven't had to unpick anything. Everything's lining up nicely. I've got my back of my ball band has got all of my information.
Nice.
So every other row I have to do half a row that's a pattern. I think I can do that.
Very good.
And it's quite pretty. So I had a bit of a castonitis over the weekend, so I cast those on. And I really like them.
It looks really good. They gonna be for you?
I think so.
Yeah, I think they should.
That's why I want to finish the other one so they become the gift.
Okay, good. Good thinking.
I also have given away all of my socks now.
Oh.
So I've got no, like apart from the ones that obviously I've been wearing, but I've got none in my gift drawer. So I need to fill that up as well.
You're very good having a gift drawer.
Well, there's not much in it really.
But normally there is.
A couple of pairs of, 4 pairs of mittens and usually a couple of pairs of socks, but yeah, nothing much at the moment. Should I carry on with what else I casted on at the weekend?
Yeah, I want to see all your cast-ons.
I casted on this yesterday.
Oh, yes.
So then I wanted to do some colour work, and then I wanted to do...
Excuse me again.
Like I've been looking through all of my patterns in my library, and I kind of... she wants you to play. Yeah.
Oh, that's so pretty.
I decided that I needed to use the patterns I've already bought rather than going off and buying new patterns, which I have a tendency to do. Same as I go off and buy new yarn. Anyway, I'm making this. This is Gambit Cowl by Julie Knits in Paris. So it's a checkerboard and then it turns into a houndstooth. And then
is this your own little pattern?
no, this is Julie Knits in Paris, and it's called Gambit.
Right.
So
as in the Queen's Gambit.
Oh, I don't know.
Like a chessboard.
Half of it's chessboard, half of it's houndstooth.
Ah.
Yeah, so it starts off checkerboard, then it goes to houndstooth, and then you fold it in that way. So it folds in like that.
Oh.
So then you can like twist it, so you can have like, you know, twirl it round, so you can have just houndstooth, or you can have just checkerboard. You could have half and half.
And you only cast that on yesterday?
Yeah.
Wow. That's really cool. I like it.
My
What's your yarn? Yeah.
are
Yes, that sparkly one.
Honey Hooley's Sparkly Sock. Nice one. And this is a yarn. And it's got bits of the
Tweety bits.
cotton bobble things in it, which means that my colour work isn't flat because of the sparkles and the bubbles, but I like it.
Yep.
It's like so I've got colour work with texture. Yeah, and I think when I was picking, because I actually cast it on 3 or 4 times with different yarns.
Right.
I really wanted something that was going to be soft.
Yes.
Against my neck. And
I was
both of these
wondering how
are
soft that is
really
with the
soft.
cotton bit. Yeah, it is soft. Yeah. Oh. This one, I have that, and I had it pulled out, and I was going to cake it up for these socks. But I decided that this could handle something a little more. But I think my next pair will probably be that.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, so this is my new obsession. That's why I've done so much of it, because I started it yesterday, and that's all I did yesterday.
How big is it going to be? How much more is there?
I think that I've got a little bit more of the checks.
Yeah.
Then I start with the houndstooth, and then there's another lot of pictures after that as well.
Right.
So it's about that big.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's double-sided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you fold it over so that it catches all of the ends inside.
Oh, brilliant. That'd be a good scrappy knit, actually.
Yeah.
For that reason.
Yes. I didn't do a provisional cast on because you just sew it together. I was like, I'll sew it together.
Yeah, it's fine.
And I just make sure that the seam's on the inside.
Yeah, fine. Easy.
However, whatever that seam looks like. I'm not very good at seams. As I'll show you in one of my finished things. Yeah, I quite like this one.
Yeah, that's really, really pretty.
So there, I'm doing a bit of a pattern. I'm doing my slip stitch jersey and my colour work thing. So I'm kind of trying to flex my knitting muscles.
Something I've been working on is my blanket, and I've finished all my squares. Yay. So this is the waiting blanket, it's called. So I've got 24 squares there, all done.
There was a request to see each square individually.
Oh well, too bad.
Maybe when they're sewn together?
When they're sewn together, yes. What I have done is I've started sewing them together. I'm just doing a flat crocheted seam, which I'm just going into the back loop of it and single crocheting. That's it. Yeah. So very simple. It's like a
this is why it was like it's going to be hard to show individually.
Yeah. So I've just finished with that one today, and so it's just a nice simple seam, nothing exciting. And I've done like one strip, and then you just keep doing strips, and then you go across the other ways. So I'm going across the long ways, and then I'll go across the short ways. In retrospect, I should have done across the short ways, then across the long ways.
Might have been easier.
Might have been easier.
That's all right.
It's all in a learning. What I'm using to sew it up with is this Moya yarn, which was provided with the kits. So Moya is a South African yarn, and it's 50 bamboo, 50 cotton shimmer, it's called, and that's what's on the outside of this. So these were made out of these balls called Trilogy, and they have 3 different Moya yarns, and the outside one is the shimmer. So because I had the pink kit and the blue kit, I've got 2 pink balls and 2 cream balls. So I'm using the pink to seam them up because I figure there's pink throughout, and it is looking quite nice. And then I will go around with whatever I have left of the pink, and then I'll switch to the cream and finish it with the cream. Nice. And I will just use up what I have. That's the plan with that. So that's my blanket making. I've done 1 square. One of my little vivid squares.
That's pretty.
Yeah. So, yes. That's them.
I didn't bring my crochet to show.
Oh.
I have been doing from my last, not this advent just gone, but the year before. I made pom-poms.
Yes, that's right.
The pom-pom garland.
Yep.
And then with what was left, I made 2 granny squares. So I've just, last week and this week, I had some kind of browny, purpley kind of yarn from Anna Grattan. I had a big 200 gram, I think. Yeah. So I've gone round them all. So they're all the same that way. Then I've seamed them all, and I've gone round once, and I'm on my 2nd round.
Nice.
It's probably, no, I mean, it's not very big. It's, I guess, baby blanket size at the moment. So then it's whether I just go, okay, and then add another round, maybe from other minis that I've got, either scrap, or whether it's a baby blanket. That's it. I haven't decided.
You could do something funky with like using the minis and do like 1 mini along, like do stripes of the minis along one side of each, and then do strips on the other side, so that it's not like a round, but it's strips, because I think that's the problem with the minis, that as soon as you put it over a larger area, you lose the beauty of them. So that might be worth thinking about.
That's a good idea. Because I was thinking maybe just doing squares and putting, like, so then it's got
you could do squares
with the
as well,
border around, and then do more squares.
Oh, I like that too. Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
See what happens. See where it takes you.
Yeah. See what winter brings.
Winter is coming.
Yes, it is.
So, something else I've been working on, and this was the book that we've talked about for like 3 episodes and haven't shown you. The Brioche knitting book
that we both have.
That we both have, by Leslie Ann Robinson, and what's her? Knit Graffiti Designs, and it's an amazing book, and we both got it. And
you are making one of the jerseys.
I really want to make this jersey, but I'm stuck in decision paralysis on it. So this is the jersey. It's called Coffee and Jewels. It's like a chevrony brioche all over.
I thought you had decided. We had discussions about it.
I know. I think I've decided. But firstly, I did a in the round little swatch. Now this is a coffee cozy.
Nice.
Yeah. So I just used. It's actually called Coffee Cozy. Coffee Cozy is a free pattern, and it's just that. And I added the patterning in on one side. And I've actually used that a few times already. I keep it in my handbag because I drink long black. The cups are always too hot. So I was like, this is actually a super practical thing. And my husband's used it a few times too. And then that didn't match the gauge. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have to do a proper gauge swatch. Or do another one. So I just sat down and did a proper gauge swatch. So an in the round gauge swatch, which is always looks awful. And I started at the pink. I don't know why I didn't start at the purple. This is Yeah Yarns, the colorways that I wanted to do it in. And then I thought about using a darker color in the background. Now I got gauge with this, so I went down a size.
I'm just thinking that on her picture, she does have a darker color in the background.
No, she switches. It's switched throughout. Yeah. Here you go. There's a bit floppy. It's actually
looks quite
switched
dark.
throughout. There's 5 different colours.
Mm.
So I started doing that, and then I don't have the colours here. I don't know where I put them, but I think I sort of decided, yes, that darker colour in the background looks good, but I didn't want to look like a licorice all sort. So I've found some navy sort of colouring ones in my stash, and I think that's what I'm going to go with. But I'm still
You're doing this for the lupine
knit along,
knit along.
yeah. So that for the sweater weather knit along, which is to knit a sweater out of yarn purchased there. And that's the other thing. I'm like, oh, the 3 yarns that I've got from my stash I didn't buy there, but I don't think Alana would care. Alana, if you're watching, do you care?
You've got your main colours.
I've got my 5 skeins that I bought from her. So yes, so I've been stuck in a little bit of decision paralysis there, and just
Does she use the same colours all the way? Like she just swaps these ones? Well, can't you do that?
Well, that's what I did at first. That's what this
what
section
that
is. So it starts out with the pink on one
orange
side and the orange on the other side,
Right,
and then you switch to the orange and the yellow, and then you switch to the yellow and the yellow, greeny yellow. Yeah, that's what it's meant to do. And I just don't think I have enough contrast between my colours for it to work. I don't think it works
what
with
you
the
want.
gradient. Yeah, I don't know. My husband said it looked like neon throw up. Not that I really care what he thinks about colour, but
men don't know about stuff like that.
yeah, I don't know. I think it will look good with the navy in the background. I really do, and it'll look good with like a pair of dark jeans and stuff.
I think it'll look. I think it looks good without the black as well.
So just that bit. Comment below. Let me know what you think, guys. I need all the help in the world with this one. There's another colour in it too. There's that purple as well.
Yeah, I think you don't need the black or the other colour at all.
All right.
That's my 2 pennies.
All right. There's your. As I said, I'm in no hurry to cast it on. Clearly, I've deliberated for 3 weeks or something, which is not me. Yeah. So that's kind of one finished thing. Does that count?
Yeah, totally.
Have you got anything else that you've finished?
I've got a couple of things.
Oh, excellent.
So this is my bad sewing.
It looks fine, but it's tight.
And then I caught it at the
back. Oh, okay, that's bad sewing.
Really bad sewing. This is a scrappy cowl that I started making last year, and I was doing it continental to practice my continental. Yeah. I decided I had too many whips around, so I have enough of this one, so I just cast it off, sew it together, and make a mess of the sewing. Yeah, so if you can see there, I kind of gathered it all up there in a bit of a blob.
An artistic, creative opportunity.
But you can, if I wear it like that, actually, you can't really see.
You could stick a flower on it or something.
Good.
It looks really nice.
And when it's like this, you can't see.
You can't tell anyway. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, forget it.
So there you go. That's I think it's called the Scrappy Cowl or something. It's a free one on Ravelry. Just round and round and round and round and round and sew together.
You really only need the count, don't you?
Yeah.
The count of stitches and then you're off.
Yeah. Then I striped this one, so every one was alternate stripes.
I really like it.
Something that was randomly left. Overs.
Cool.
Yep, so that's one of my
well done
finished. I finished my mosaic socks and they've gone. So
we didn't get to see them.
No, I know.
Oh.
I'll put a picture somewhere. Okay. Well, there's a picture on my thingy.
On Instagram?
I haven't yet, but because the person hasn't received them, I had to put them in the map.
Right. This is really cute.
You know, I was making the hipster shawl for my friend.
Yes.
Yeah, I decided not to, and
That's
I sent
right.
her
That
my
was
bag
her
socks instead.
Socks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. So that was a finished object, which I was very happy to finish. And when I use that knit thing, that Knitocracy, is it that app?
Knit Companion.
Knit Companion.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that made it so much easier. I don't have to count things.
Do you know what's even more amazing
off.
about Knit Companion?
What?
There's a way to check how many hours you've spent on a project.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know how to do it. I've been trying to figure it out. Someone told me the other day you can do it.
Don't think
I probably just need to Google it.
Well, I suppose the ones that are whips and they've been there forever, you don't really want to know about.
Well. No, but it's only when you've got it open that it
got
counts.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I would have been really curious to know, because I've been using Knit Companion for this one, I would have been curious to know how long it took me.
I really like it as a way of, keeping track of what I'm up to.
It's fantastic.
I'm using it for my cowl as well.
Awesome.
Well, at the moment, obviously, it's an easy one, but the next one with the houndstooth is not square, so it's, it's a bit different shape.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I love that it's got like 6 counters down the side, and it's such a good app.
It is.
And it's free. The basic model is free. So.
And this is my other finished object. I made a flax light
So cute.
for my friend's child. This I've only ever made. What's that little thing that everybody makes? Milo. Yes, which doesn't really matter about sizing immediately. No. So this is going to be interesting to see how big this is. Supposed to be a 12 to 24 months.
I think that's about right,
I had the measuring tape out constantly. I got to here before I realised I'd used all the wrong size needles. So I'd used a smaller size than I was supposed to.
Did you rip it back or did you just change?
No, I carried on. I changed. I added more stitches and made it so that all of the...
Oh, I see what you're saying. You just made it bigger.
Yeah.
Right.
But I just had my measuring
stick
out. Yeah.
It looks great. So, what yarns have you used?
I've used... So I had 2 greens that were left. It's so soft, feel.
So nice. And the...
Miro... which I think it was something gorgeously, fantastically soft and fancy.
It's probably an MCN or something.
Yeah, and then there was some other green sock yarn that was a merino, which really nice. So I striped those ones through the green. I didn't think I have enough for it all. So then I had, I think it might have been a little red, red yarn.
Yep.
Which was white with blue splotches in. So then I've striped that through.
I love how you've striped it. It looks really cool.
Thanks. I striped at the top and I striped at the sleeves.
It looks awesome.
And then I cast off with an I-cord so that it didn't go all baggy.
That's
Although
beautiful.
I have since learned how to do Susie's stretchy bind off. Oh my God. That's fantastic, because I've always ever bound off socks and gone, oh, they look all flary with whatever stretchy bind off I was using. But this other one
with Jenny's,
that's her, not Susie, Jenny.
Ah, so Susie.
I don't know who Susie is.
Which one did you use, Susie or Jenny?
I don't know.
Was that Susie or Jenny?
I don't know. Is there a Susie one?
I don't know. I know there's a Jenny.
Oh, it must be Jenny.
Okay.
It's some ladies
stretchy
bind off that everyone uses. And it's really cool.
Yeah.
And it makes a really nice finish.
Yeah.
And it's like, why didn't I use that for my socks?
Well, now you'll be able to.
Because it's just a different way of doing it, but just as easy. Like the other times I've used some other stretchy bind off that I've got off a YouTube video. And it's always flared.
Interesting.
Whereas this doesn't flare, but it's still stretchy.
Excellent.
Anyway, so she gets it tomorrow. And I did a little tag.
Oh, you can't buy this.
And it's in conky.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
I've sewed it in conky because
did you do that on purpose?
Well, pretendly on purpose. I started sewing it, it's like, well, it's conky. Well, you can't buy this.
Fits. Yep. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So hopefully she likes it, and hopefully the child can fit it.
I'm sure.
For maybe this year and next year. We'll see how it goes. I think I'm not having children,
I think that looks right,
and not being around children, and being a little bit allergic to children, I have no idea about anything like this. So I saw the child recently, but I can't remember how big it was. Yeah. Anyway,
that looks good to me.
Nice little jersey for Eli.
That's beautiful.
And they are my finished objects.
I've got one more finished object. So I've done socks, I've done a cozy, and I've done all my squares.
Oh yes.
It's kind of a half finished object, isn't it? And I'm done this.
Your basket is fantastic.
It's so cool.
Yeah. It's very cool.
This is a scrap basket or something. I'll link it in the notes, but it is just a yarn. I'm calling this my yarn eater, and I see many more of these in my future because it's just so cool. This is quite large, so I'd like to try and make the next one a wee bit smaller, I think. But and look, I haven't even woven in.
No, but you don't need to. You can make that into a bow.
Yeah, maybe, or a flower. Just put a flower on it, it's all good. So my methodology, my recipe was to use 3 fingering weight yarns with 3 DK weight yarns. Oh, there you go, there's my... Actually, it's probably good to leave it so I know when I go back to it what I did. It used 3 whole skeins of fingering.
Wow.
So I'm calling this a 400-meter basket.
Wow.
And I used a size 9mm crochet hook.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a real yarn eater. It's a bit floppier than that. For some reason, this bit flops down. This bit doesn't.
Maybe you're a bit tighter on that side.
Maybe. I don't know. And just when I was ready, yeah, I just did a chain and then off I went, and yeah, it's cool. So this is for all my scrap projects, and the idea is that when I finish a project and have scraps left over, I can just chuck them in there.
Good idea.
And then I can just go straight from there.
Pick another one.
Yeah, well, yeah, well, I've got a couple of scrap projects in here. My
you know, Wester.
This one.
Or not Easter.
No, I don't know which one it is now. Easter? Wester?
Northeast or north?
I think it's northeaster.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say northeaster. My northeaster. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So that's that.
Nice.
I really like it.
Yeah, that's cool.
It took longer than I expected, but I'm a slow crocheter,
Right.
so crochet always takes me longer than I think it's going to. Because everyone says crochet is so fast, just crochet it, and for me, it seems faster, and it is faster, it grows faster, but for me it just takes longer. I think I have less enthusiasm for crochet. That's what it comes down to. Yeah, I'm seeing some skeins of yarn over there.
Yeah.
Maybe purchase some things. Oh, there goes my belly. It's almost dinner time. This is so cool.
This is from Inky Fingers.
Ah, was this a Ukraine?
Yeah, and she's doing a buy it and it all goes to the Ukraine. So Sunflower Safari. And I bought some of hers at
Woolfest last year.
Yeah. So, and actually, and it's a pinky one, and it's got a flash of this yellow in it. So together they're going to look gorgeous in something. So it's a 4-ply merino. Yep, 100 meters. Very pretty. I really like it.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Inky Fingers, I'll have to look her up.
I may have also in the other Ukraine thing with Little Acorn.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if it means that I just got a receipt, but I got an email the other day
saying it was shipped.
Yeah,
I got that too.
Oh,
I think that
yeah,
she was just receiving. Yeah.
Damn it! I was like, oh,
yeah. No, I thought the same thing, and I double checked.
No.
Never mind. There were so many prizes in the end. That was a hugely successful raffle that she did.
It was.
Yeah. Oh, what have you got there?
This is something, and this one. I did a bit of shopping at Nancy's, which is a very gorgeous knitting, but mostly quilting-y sewing shop in Wellington. And this is very cool. So this is Millie Fleur.
So embroidery type thing.
Yeah. So you get sent a square of the material, and so it's a calf facet print. And so in the kit. You get.
Ooh, it's printed.
Ooh. You get the calf facet print. You get a square of batting to iron on the back. So that's how big what you're making is. So it's like a little like you can put it on canvas.
I reckon you could make more than one.
Probably could, yeah. And then basically you just muck about playing and you sew around the circles.
So cool.
With pretty things, and they give you some ideas on types of sewing to do, and yeah, they can send you some thread,
That's really cool.
needle. So it's like, oh, so I feel like every so often I get the urge to do some kind of embroidery stuff, and I thought, oh, that sounds good. I'll get some of that.
Did you say she does one every month? Is that what you said? No, I don't know where I got that from.
No, did I say that?
No,
No,
no.
no.
I
No,
probably instantly thought that could be like a month by month thing, and then you join them all together.
There were 4 of them, so there were 4 different prints, but she sold out of 2 of them.
Right.
So yeah, that's from Nancy's, which is one of my favourite places to go to in Wellington.
I'll have to go there next time I'm down there.
It's on, is it Jervis? It's right at the bottom,
Okay.
and like past the Caton.
Oh right, okay. All the way up there.
Yeah, there's a few nice little shops around, nice little designy shops too.
I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, I do like it. Oh.
That's husband home.
And because I was there, I bought some yarn because most of it. Look, this is called
really
Joy,
cool.
and this particular print is called Happiness.
You
So
literally bought yourself happiness.
I did. I could not.
You can't buy happiness, but you
Exactly.
can buy yarn.
And then I saw this. I thought, oh, that's really pretty. I really like that. I got, when I received it, it's a a calf facet again. I'm obviously into calf facet colours right now. It's a very cool print there.
Yeah.
I already have it, so you can have it.
Oh, thank you.
That's why I was like, oh, I like that. And then when I opened up my drawer, I was like, I've already got that one.
Ooh, oh, I'll have to.
So you can have some. You can have some socks.
Much.
We can have matching socks.
Oh, we could be matchy. It's a bit sad, isn't it? That's awesome. They're really nice colours.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool.
Isn't that funny when you buy something, you get home, you go, oh.
Yeah, it's the
that's
second
why
time
I
I've done
liked
that.
That's a good thing about being
previously.
up to date on your Ravelry library, that you can look if you can be bothered looking.
I don't put those things in my library.
I have a acquisition, but I didn't purchase it.
Okay.
I won some yarn. So I won some yarn through Yarn, and I've forgotten the name of the designer. Oh no. I will in the notes, because I'm getting better at doing notes, guys. So she released a sweater called the Yeah sweater. The sweater? Yeah sweater. Yeah. So this was Yarn, who is a South Island dyer. She joined up with a German designer, and she wrote the Yeah sweater. Oh, cool. And it was knit in yarn. Yeah. So this is like an international sort of collaboration, and in January it was released, and anyone who bought the Yeah sweater in January went in the draw to win a sweater's worth of yarn
to make it.
Oh
my god! Fantastic.
Yeah, so I won, and I won.
Oh my god!
And I even got to choose the colorway.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So here you go. You hold them. I'll get all of them out. They're beautiful. The colorway is called Persephone. I'm just reading it. Bliss Wild. I'm like, it's not called Bliss Wild. It's called Persephone. And it's from her Greek mythology.
Yeah, gorgeous. I love that. Love that color.
Yeah, the red is beautiful.
Yes. So like deep.
Yeah. So there's a bit more green than I was expecting, but that happens, and that's fine.
Flashes of
the flashes of look like it's got a massive amount of purple right there. Ooh, this, yeah. So I think once it's knit up, that'll be fine.
It's going to be gorgeous.
It will be beautiful. So the Yeah sweater has a gorgeous massive cable down the side.
Wow.
So it's quite a, so she's, I can't believe I won this. This is amazing. So thank you very much. Yeah, it's so cool.
I can't wait to see that.
Do you know what? Woolfest. I am thinking, I haven't decided what I'm going to knit when I'm in Australia. So maybe I'll take this with me, because it's just so lovely that I won it, and she let me pick the colour.
That would make it even more international, because then you knit it in another
Australia,
country.
Yeah, it would. It would be the international Yeah sweater. And isn't that a beautiful base?
It's really nice.
It's Bliss Wild. It's 100% merino.
Yeah.
It's machine washable, so it's been treated. Yeah, so 5 skates, guys. So generous.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah. I'm not someone who wins things, so well I say that, but I've had a few wins lately. I've
Hang on, you got the socks that you're knitting.
Prior to 6 months ago, I have not been someone who wins things. So I've won a book, I've won a sweater's worth of yarn, I won that sock yarn. Yeah, I'm obviously in a lucky
you're on a
stage.
streak.
I'm on a streak. So I want to honour that streak and knit that beautiful jumper, and because she'll be at Woolfest. Wouldn't that be lovely for her to be able to see me in it?
Yeah,
I should really do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So there.
We have another purchase.
Ooh.
But we
purchased something.
We did.
So I messaged Jill and was like, do you have this book? And she was like, no, but I've been thinking about getting it. And I was
love
like,
this jersey.
Yeah, that is gorgeous.
I love it so much. Anyway, so we got this from, actually no,
Did you get something?
I got this from
Oh,
Yarn Queen
from
when I
Yarn
ordered
Queen,
that.
right.
Yeah. I knew making the most of postage somewhere.
So we went halvesies in it.
Yeah.
And
so it's a Goodrun Johnston one.
yeah.
And it's got some gorgeous.
You've got some of the
things.
other Shetland Trader books, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've got
Wool Week books.
the Wool Week books.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
There's some really beautiful motifs that you could easily translate to other patterns.
This is one that you like.
Yeah, I like it, but I'm not huge on
Tunics.
a tunic. I actually, you know what I think would be really funky? Doing those pockets and putting them on a sewn tunic would be cool.
Yeah,
like a denim tunic.
Yeah, nice.
I've actually just stumbled across a new movement called, this is the one I love.
I quite liked it too. Fana's home and the dogs.
Yeah, the dog's gone crazy. Go to them. No, I don't want you. Oh, I love you, darling.
But I don't want you.
Yeah, but I don't want you. Yeah. I've just recently come across a movement called zero waste sewing patterns. Have you come across that before?
That's that, but different.
Oh, in different colours.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It looks like a different garment.
Different jersey, yeah.
Wow.
And there are some that have just got the top done on it as well. And the fans and the flies in.
It's because I've got a door open. Because our air conditioning is broken.
So that one's not got the bottom, it's just got the...
Oh, it's the only problem with using a light.
So it's just got the top.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a gorgeous book.
It is. Yeah. I could see using lots of minis and stuff like that for those ones. I think there's a lot of variety.
It's quite good. Lots of chevrons.
It's all chevrons. I love me a chevron. Yeah.
So it's chevrons and colour work. It's like all of my stuff together.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything I'm knitting all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was the book that we bought.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
Yeah.
Sorry, I did all of the mauling.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Did you want to have a look through the brioche knitting one that we've got as well? We didn't really go through that, did we? I just showed people the... What do you want to knit out of this?
What do I want to knit out of it? I'll show you. Because I do like the jersey that you picked. But it looks like you have to know brioche quite well.
Well, and brioche is very different in terms of swatching. The gauge itself is quite unforgiving. It's because it's so stretchy. It's, yeah.
So what I would start with probably is that because I have her Princess Leia.
That's right, yeah.
Wrap, shawl. And it has lots of shapes in it like that. And I haven't done shapes in my brioche. I've just gone straights.
Yeah.
So I'd like to do some shapes.
Yeah.
I also quite like.
It's got like bubbly bits.
Yeah. So that's kind of like the one of hers that I've got.
Yeah.
It's very similar to that. So which again is it's sitting in my patterns, and I need to not buy any more patterns.
Mm.
Don't buy any more patterns. So that's very pretty. I love, 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 love.
That would be very simple because there's no shaping in it.
But it's like one of the harder ones, it says.
Really?
Because as you get towards the end, it gets harder.
Oh, would have thought.
And that's the last one, so that must be the hardest one in the book.
It's as hard as you make it, really. Surely. It's all just knit and purl.
Yeah. Come on, I'm new to brioche, and I've gone round and round and round, and I've gone forwards and backwards.
Yeah. I'll show you one that I really like.
Yeah, I really like
so
that.
Glitz and Glamour. I really like the names she's chosen too for her patterns. There's one that is like a sampler. This one, Shimmering, it's called.
Oh, yes.
And it doesn't look like much, but there's about 5 different. See how she's got all the different patterns, and it's really a study in texture, and I think it's a really interesting. Yeah, I just think that would be really interesting.
Yeah, that's very cool.
It'd probably bore me to tears though,
because it's changing all the time.
Yeah, I guess you are changing. I'd probably change the colours a bit more. I quite like glint too. That's quite cool. I'm not showing off that. Yeah, so lots of cool stuff in there.
She's having a knit along as well at the moment.
She is, yeah. And this is a great book in terms of, oh look, it even shows you how to pick up a drop stitch.
In brioche.
In brioche.
Rather than just go, I dropped a stitch, I'm walking away now, that's the end of it.
Put a pin in and fix it later. That's what I do. Oh look, see, it's got a thing about swatching. Yeah. It's funny actually because I put my thing up about my swatch and what do people think in her knit along thread.
Oh, yes.
And she replied to my first question and she'd said something like, make sure you're swatching in the round, and then in my second one I had the picture with all the bits hanging off the end. She's like, ignore my previous comment. I've just looked at your swatch and you are doing it in the round. So yeah, it's a recent acquisition of knowledge for me, how to swatch in the round flat. Yeah.
Swatching.
Swatching, yeah.
Whatever.
I don't think I've got much else to show.
Me either. That's all of my showings.
Yeah.
Well, we've got our new Creative Fibre magazine. I got mine as well.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yes. But no, I haven't got anything else. That's all of my everythings.
So I wanted to share, I've been listening to a podcast called Check Your Thread. And she's all about how to sew more sustainable. And it's just a listening podcast.
You said before, and I...
No, you're okay.
No, but I was going, yeah. And I totally ignored you.
Yeah.
But you were talking about... have you heard of a movement called, is that it?
That's one of, well, it was something she was talking about, is...
Like sustainable knitting or something you said.
No, it's waste-free sewing.
Oh, that's right.
Waste-free sewing patterns. So it's like creating patterns that are very blocky so that it uses like all of your fabric. So I have purchased, the thing that made me think of that was that tunic. I've purchased a pattern for a waste-free tunic pattern, sewing pattern. So and I've got some denim and I'd like to do that, so maybe I will actually
put the pockets on.
Some pockets on it.
Cool.
Because you've got to have pockets. They're really pretty pockets. Pretty pockets are better than boring pockets. Yeah, no, I'm trying to be a bit more, just trying to be more sustainable. I'm so sick of being part of the problem. You know, like we just buy, and it's all the yarn I have. I don't need more yarn. Yeah, one of the things that's pretty. It is pretty. It is pretty, and we're supporting makers and etc. But yeah, the most sustainable fabric you can sew with is what's in your cupboard.
That's true.
So I'm being challenged by that at the moment. But yeah, check your thread. She's a British podcaster, and yeah, she's really lovely and lovely to listen to. And she does like shorter podcasts. So my drive to work is half an hour, and I can often fit it in just that one drive. So that's quite good.
I listen to comedy podcasts when I'm driving.
Nice.
So I'm the idiot you see driving, laughing like uproariously by myself in the car.
That's all right. Well, I think we're done.
I think so
Yeah,
too.
we've caught up.
Yeah,
We've showed off our stuff.
And in person.
In person, I know, it's so nice. like a real conversation.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to be going away in a couple of weeks.
Ooh.
2 weeks
Australia.
to Australia.
Nice.
Australia, mate. Yeah, so I'm going to Australia for 3 weeks to catch up with my family.
Cool.
It's been under a year. I feel very, very fortunate that in these times I've been able to see my family. It's been less than 12 months since I've seen my family. Yes, so we might be able to podcast from
Do an
Australia.
Aussie podcast?
Yeah, there might even have to be 2 because it's in 2 weeks that I'm going.
Yes, and you won't be wanting to do it when you're packing.
Well,
you should get Wi-Fi on the plane.
I will.
And we can do it on the plane.
Over international waters.
Yeah. You can show us around the plane.
I'm sure the hostesses would love that. Hosties? What do you call them now? Hosts? Stewards?
Stewards? I'm not sure.
Whatever
Air
is the
stewards?
politically correct.
Probably air stewards.
Air stewards. Yeah. So yeah, and I'm not planning on doing a lot of shopping either.
No. And you're taking your nice yarn to sit in a jersey?
Yeah. Maybe I'll do that. But I'm also going to be doing Sock Madness. So.
Oh, of course. Are you working at all while you're there? Or
no, I'm having a proper holiday. Woo-hoo. 3 weeks off.
Nice.
And we're going to, so this week is my last week at work. Next week I'm going to work from home. So the week before we go, we're isolating to make sure we get on that plane.
Very good.
Keeping the kids home from school because COVID is still rampant here. Are you feeling a bit nervous coming to Auckland?
Well, I have to do before I go to work every morning, I have to do a stick on my nose one, and we wear the N95 ones at work. I mean, I get here, I've seen you, and I'll see my sister, and that'll be it, really. Yeah. Yeah. You don't really go out or anything.
No. If we're going to get it, it's from our children.
Actually, and maybe now you said, now I'm nervous because there's children in the house.
Yep.
You know, I'd be like, on Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, I'd be the child catcher. Pretending to be nice and put you in a cage. Till you're grown up.
Oh dear. Yep.
Yeah.
There's validity to that, I feel. Yeah. Some days it's like that. Yeah. They're pretty good, my kids. Yeah. They're not too bad, but they're still kids.
Keep the germs away.
Yeah.
Put my mask on.
Yeah. All right, well.
Okay, we're done.
Yeah, I think
Since I've told everyone I'd be a child catcher.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting hour.
Yeah.
We've had the dogs in and out.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Hopefully it hasn't been too noisy with
lots
all
of
the comings and
droppings of things. And,
needles dropping. Yeah.
It's been fun.
Just like being in a knit night.
Yeah. So maybe next time you'll be on a plane, if we can work that, or even if we can just do a little bit of it on the plane. I don't know how I'm unsure how good the Wi-Fi actually is.
Yeah. I
don't know if you could. I don't think if you could video call.
I don't know. I think it's just. I mean, it might be really good actually if you think about the number of people who are streaming movies while you're on the plane. It might be really good Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's try it.
Plus, you're closer to the satellite, right?
Yeah, totally.
In theory, it's got to travel less distance. All right, we're getting silly.
Yeah. Okay. Cocky day.
Cocky
See you
day.
next time. Take care.